He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Well, welcome to a thought from one of the Psalms. This is Psalm 91:1. Maybe many of you already know that and have it memorized. When I was a teenager, my mom challenged me to memorize the chapter of the whole Psalm 91. And I think she gave me a monetary reward at the end of it, but I definitely memorized it. And to this day, I still have it fresh in my mind. And this verse particularly, this first verse of Psalm 91, is a verse that for well over 20 years I have read as the first verse of my day every single day of my life. It's a verse that is so powerful for me, so rich, so needed. So I'd like to just go over the first few, go over the phrases a little bit and challenge you maybe to do the same, or at least to remember the truths that are there. It says, he that dwelleth in Spanish it says, el que habita, the person who dwells or makes his home or puts down his stakes, sets up his tent, in the secret place of the Most High. And the person who does this, there is a result. It's also, there's some parallelism here, but there's also a cause and effect kind of idea. The person who decides to dwell with God, in God, will as a result abide under the shadow of the Almighty, under the protection of the Almighty God. There is a decision that we must make, and that is, I am going to live and walk with God every day, all day. And because it's so important is why I started reading this many years ago, and just it's the way I start my day. And as with the Lord's help, that's my goal, and definitely I am no perfect fulfiller of the challenge, but I do my best to walk with God and to enjoy that secret place and that shadow. We live in special days when there are several wars going on, and the beating of drums of war is in the distance, and people are nervous, people are scared. We also, just because of modern days, we're used to insurance, we're used to remote control, security systems, video surveillance, passwords, and we try to protect ourselves with all of these modern means. But the Lord seems to point us in a different direction, in a simpler way of life. And that is to put our trust, to set our tent in Him, with Him. It's a simpler way of life. It doesn't have all of the anguish and all of the fret of all of the gadgets and all of the paraphernalia that people surround themselves with as they try to protect. I understand that there are very, very rich people who are building and have built tremendous bunkers under the earth to protect themselves from some nuclear attack and things like that. What a way to live. There's a simpler way to live. It's a better, calmer way of life to not have to be always anxious about all the things that the people around us buy, purchase, invest in to try and bring a sense of calm. There's a calmer way, and that is just to take the Lord at His word. It's a simpler way, it's a calmer way, and it's a safer way. There is nothing better than to put our trust, to dwell in the secret place of the Most High, to believe in and therefore enjoy the protection, the refuge, the cover, the blessing, the protection of the Almighty. That's the biblical formula. Seems a little antiquated in our days, but in the end, it's the best way. It's the best way to go forward into a future that has all kinds of huge question marks. I hope that you will today. Think of this verse. Think of the truth. Think of the simpler, calmer, safer way of life that God leads us to. And I trust that you will enjoy that. God bless you. I'll end with Psalm 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. God bless you. Goodbye.